So unless there's another chieftain who will challenge my decision...
I challenge it.
You plague me.
Then fight. Here's your chance to shut me up once and for all.
I will abide by the wisdom of the spirits. Let them decide justly.
To.
You have won. I am free to go with Abu.
I want to hear it from you.
She's free to go.
And the Sheba die?
By law, there can be no war between us.
And me? And me?
You have won. You are also free to go.
Women having no rights is not an accident. Women getting rights today is not an accident because there are no women. They're not giving rights to women. There are none there. The women have been basically used as porcelain, as veneer on a male with a medulla and pons remote control network so that it will be sent out in the universe. The female role is two things. Marketing. A woman's appearance has a more influential possibility of selling a concept, an idea.
Yep.
And number two, it has the structure that given a jar of eggs, it can, in fact, artificially insert the egg, and her one testy, because she's a pseudo-hermaphrodite, a phony hermaphrodite, she still has a testy, can, in fact, fertilize the egg and begin the process of putting out.
I think that's the biggest deception. One of the biggest deceptions.
It is. Of course it is. And that's why we need to get to a stage where we talk face-to-face with the Neanderthalers or their computer model. And this is where it has to be done.
I think that when we interact with the public, it's very important that the humanity and the compassion that each of our officers has comes out in those conversations.
With a 90% conviction rate, superstar prosecutor Kamala Harris made history when she was elected California's first African-American female district attorney.
Law enforcement has such a direct impact on the most vulnerable people in the community. And I want it to be at the table when the decisions are being made. I'm proud of creating a child assault unit dedicated to prosecuting those kinds of cases because I think they deserve the most serious of consequences.
District Attorney Harris believes it is her duty to mentor young women who dream of following in her footsteps.
My mother, who was a very strong influence in my life, always said, Kamala, you may be the first to do many things, but make sure you're not the last.
You once famously described yourself as a woman, a socialist, separated agnostic, all the sins together.
Yes.
Are you sometimes surprised that, given all those terrible sins, that you were elected president of Chile?
Well, I think that even those sins, as Minister of Defense, I had a wonderful relationship with the Commander-in-Chiefs and the armed forces because having all those characteristics, my way of approach to the issues is to think on the interest of the country, of all the people in the country.
PTE is sort of the perfect Pearson thing. We have been a teacher of English for a very long time. One of the things we'd like to do, in addition to helping people learn English, is help others make judgment about whether they've learned English so they could take a test, so that they could get a business degree, whatever it was.
And also, I had a chance to sit down with Reese Witherspoon, and she is part of a really, really important effort. The sad reality is domestic violence is on the rise, and it does not get the attention it needs. Reese is very passionate about this. She's sitting next to Andrea Jung, the head of Avon. They are part of a partnership you're going to want to hear about.
And then 1999, you arrive as the CEO of this company.
Yes.
And you have to almost restructure and change its look, its dimension, its game plan. And things that go swimmingly through, say, 2005 or thereabout. And then you hit some rocky roads.
Yes.
What's the lesson from that experience for you? Taking a company that's been, and then all of a sudden it's like this, and then you have to...
Lots of lessons. You know, I guess, on one hand, it's great to actually have been running a company for almost 8 years so that you go through your own cycles and you reinvent yourself as a leader, not just the company. People talk to me about sort of transforming the Avon brand and, you know, nice run from 00 to 05, and now the last 2 years you've kind of done it again, and I think at the heart of it is really kind of transforming ourselves as leaders.
Okay. When you look at a lot of them, they look like men.
Well, they're working on that problem.
Yeah. Some of them don't look like really ugly, but and you look at their names and I'm just starting to see everywhere, and all these positions that they're at are like positions that are powerful and controlling the masses. Like one was a CEO of they call it Pearson. They basically oversee all the tests that people take, like those standardized tests people take in school. And,
gives them a lot of data.
Yeah.
You know, you've had presidents and prime ministers of countries from Chile to Argentina to New Zealand to Israel. I mean, if they were women, it wouldn't be a problem. But since they are not women, that's the problem.
Yeah, because since you know what they're all about, they're basically, I see them as they're there like on behalf of Neanderthal, and probably don't even realize it, how they
basically give to the system the same kind of control as religious people do, you know, priests and nuns who swear allegiance and obedience without question. Well, it's the same thing with these people, giving control over the day-to-day activity of human beings, whether it be in politics or education or business.
And I know something that's common with those women, not all of them, but they all have, like, they seem to have short hair. That's like the...
Yeah, well, that's when they try to be more masculine.
And people, you know, they do talk about it in the media, but it's totally different perspective because they don't see. I mean, the people who run the media probably see, but they're not. They put you in another direction. They have different theories, like, oh, we're just becoming modern, and you know, women are actually demanding men to do the tasks that women would do. And
you have to look at them as Trojan horses.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's the same principle as Neanderthalers hiding underground and running the show through secret societies. The difference here is the Neanderthaler is hiding inside the woman with a male portion to her. And the three combined together are pretending to be female. I mean, there's no real word you can use because all words are linked to male, because all of these we men are linked to male. And women don't grasp that concept. Real, ordinary, original women don't grasp the concept that it's not giving power to women that is occurring. It's giving power to priests by means of a Trojan horse.